Once upon a time in a small, cozy town, there lived a group of children who loved bedtime stories more than anything else in the world. Every night, their parents would gather them around and tell them the most enchanting tales, but there was something magical about the stories that came from the old, abandoned train station. The train station had been empty for years, but the children had heard whispers from the older folks in town about its mysterious past. Legend had it that a long time ago, the station was home to a magical bedtime story train that would appear only when the moon was high in the sky. One warm summer evening, as the moon bathed the town in its silvery light, the children decided to investigate. They made their way to the forgotten train station, each clutching a flashlight and full of excitement. To their amazement, as the clock struck midnight, a faint rumble echoed through the station, and there it was, the bedtime story train. The train was unlike any they had ever seen. It had a charming, vintage design, with colorful carriages that sparkled like stars. The children gathered around, and the train's conductor, a friendly old man with a twinkle in his eye, greeted them. "Welcome, dear children, to the bedtime story train," he said. "I've been waiting for you." The children climbed aboard the train, and it chugged to life, the wheels turning with a rhythmic clatter. They settled into plush seats in a beautifully decorated carriage, filled with cozy blankets and pillows. The conductor began to speak, his voice as soothing as a lullaby. "Tonight, we embark on a journey to the land of dreams, where all the bedtime stories come to life. Are you ready?" The children nodded eagerly, and the conductor opened a large, leather-bound book. As he turned the pages, magical landscapes unfolded outside the train's windows. They saw castles in the clouds, talking animals, and faraway lands filled with wonder. The first story was about a brave young adventurer who sailed across a sparkling sea to rescue a friendly dragon from an enchanted island. The children felt as though they were right there beside the hero, experiencing every twist and turn of the adventure. After that, they heard a story about a mischievous squirrel who learned the true meaning of sharing, and then a tale about a kind-hearted fairy who brought joy to a village with her magical powers. Each story was more enchanting than the last. As the night wore on, the children grew sleepier and sleepier. They nestled under their cozy blankets, their eyelids heavy. The conductor noticed and smiled. "Ah, it seems it's time for you all to drift off to the land of dreams," he said. "But don't worry, the bedtime story train will be here whenever you need it." With that, the children closed their eyes and fell into the most peaceful sleep they had ever known. The bedtime story train carried them back to their homes, where they slept soundly and dreamed of the magical adventures they had experienced that night. From that day on, the children of the town would gather at the old train station whenever they needed a bedtime story. The bedtime story train was always there, ready to whisk them away to the land of dreams, where their imaginations could run wild. And so, dear reader, if you ever find yourself in need of a bedtime story, just remember the old, abandoned train station in the cozy town where dreams came to life on the bedtime story train.